Good morning. It is September 14th. We're back at you this morning, but we're going to hit oil first and then go to utilities. I know we talked about energy yesterday, but I think it's really important because you've seen a big move. We've seen that nine handle if you've been reading the Longbow arrows this morning. So let's head over there. So here I kept the dashboard the same except for adding utilities at the end. We'll get to that. But I think what you can see here is look what happened. Remember, we were in the middle of the range. Guess where we're at today? We've got Shell overbought. BP is almost there. Exxon's almost there. The energy is just like dancing on the top end of the trading range. And so your odds obviously are a lot worse today than yesterday if you were going to be a buyer of energy. We've got overbought, but watch out. Remember, we said there's bullish signals short term, medium term. So we would rather see this at the bottom end of the range if we wanted to be buyers. You've heard from us about the short supplies, how that's going to be hitting prices in the next few months. And so be careful here. This doesn't mean you have to trim, you have to sell, but if you're trading, obviously it's a sign that it's a big move from yesterday. So we wanted to point that out. We also wanted to take a look at utilities. Remember, utilities are long duration asset. So interestingly, if you've been reading the arrows this morning, we talked about the hot retail numbers, the PPI print, the fact that inflation is strong. We just saw the ECB rate hike again today. But you're seeing a long duration asset move up, and that really shows defensiveness, right? Because what you have here is we've got a neutral, short term, medium term, bearish. So people are overbuying on this bearish signal, which I find quite interesting. So let's take a look at it. We had the ramp up to August here in 2022. Obviously, people were hoping for a rate taking rates down. So you saw, oh, here in the summer, and then we've been headed downward. But you're seeing a bit of a spike, just really more interestingly. But it is in the context of a bearish move since August of last year. But I'd be careful here because if there is any kind of race to defensiveness, obviously utilities are one area that people will hide in. Alongside staples and otherwise, which you can kind of get into in another time. But we've got a pretty neutral short term. So this really just brought it up to more of a neutral momentum, but we do have that bearish medium term momentum. So if you've been trading it, if you've been playing it, this is an overbought signal. I would probably take some money off the table. Be a little bit careful. You have 5-to-1 odds to the downside today, but we put that in the context separately from yesterday. So energy's up. It's going to pinch pennies for people. So people are probably a little bit concerned about what could happen to the consumer. So you have a little bit of defensiveness play here today. That's it for today. We like to put things in context for you when, especially you'd say, well, how do energy and utilities matter to each other? That's one way. And we'll keep doing that for you so that, again, you can use the dashboard, but use it and make sure that you're finding all the patterns that we see so that you can look at your portfolio, hopefully in a few different lenses. We'll talk to you tomorrow.